Welcome to Science Easy Tech channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about nutritional programs and interventions in India for first year BSc nursing students. This video is also useful for post basic BSc nursing students as well as students who are studying general nutrition and dietetics as well as clinical nutrition. Before moving on to the topic, if you are new to Science Easy Tech channel, just take a moment to subscribe our channel and also to press the notification bell icon in order to get connected with our latest updates. Let's move on to the topic. So let's see what are all the nutritional programs and nutritional agencies in India. The nutritional programs are ICDS program, midday meal program, anemia program, as well as vitamin A prophylaxis program, iodine deficiency disorders control program, and so on. Some of the agencies which are working towards nutrition are National Institute of Nutrition and Indian Council of Medical Research. So these are our national agencies. Some international agencies which are working towards nutrition are Food and Agricultural Organization, WHO, that is World Health Organization, and UNICEF. So in this part 1 video, I am going to discuss only with ICDS and midday meal program. The remaining all we will be covering in the part 2, part 3 videos. So let's see what is nutritional intervention programs. Under that you have so many programs. The first program what you are going to discuss is ICDS, that is Integrated Child Development Services. So this ICDS was initiated in the year 1975. So it has two objectives. One is giving nutrition or ensuring nutrition for preschool children through nutrition intervention, supplementary feeding, and psychological development through early stimulation and education. So what is the twin objective is? One thing is providing nutrition to the children. Next thing is providing education. Thereby you are stimulating the children psychologically. By providing nutrition, you are stimulating the child physiologically. By providing education, you are stimulating the child psychologically. So the objectives also include supplementary feeding for pregnant and lactating women and nutrition education to ensure better child care and nutrition. So it is not only taking care of children, it is also taking care of pregnant mothers as well as lactating mothers' nutritional health. So the nutritional component of ICDS aims to provide the following services. So what are all the nutrition components of ICDS means? Nutrition education to mothers for improving dietary intake and dietary diversity. Then nutrition education regarding appropriate infant and young child feeding practices. Next, growth monitoring and detection of growth faltering. So first component is nutrition education to mothers for improving dietary intake and dietary diversity. So the mothers should take adequate nutrition so that the child will be healthy, because the mother is taking care of herself as well as the child in the womb, and after birth also she is feeding the child through breastfeeding. So she should take the proper dietary intake as well as a diet which contains all the nutrients. So nutritional education regarding appropriate infant and young child feeding practices. So here you are giving education to the mother how to feed the child or infant and how to start weaning, as well as what are all the feeding practices, variety of foods which can be given for children. So everything you are inculcating by means of nutrition education. Then growth monitoring and detection of growth faltering. So whether growth is appropriate, whether height for weight and the growth chart, everything is correct for the child that you are seeing, okay, in ICDS program. Next, assist in providing massive doses of vitamin A, ORS, that is oral rehydration solution, and iron tablets. So vitamin A for children's, ORS solution for diarrheal diseases, and iron tablets for the pregnant mothers. Then food supplementation to preschool children between the age of 6 months to 6 years. That is mainly we will be telling under 5 children like that, and also below 6 years you are taking care of the child by giving food supplementation. Also food supplementation is is not only given to under 6 years children, so it is also given to pregnant mothers as well as lactating mothers. Lactating mothers means mothers who are breastfeeding the child, as well as adolescent girls, because in adolescent period puberty as well as menstruation and all, no, so there may be more chances for getting anemia. So we are concentrating on adolescent girls also because they are future mothers. Next, the Anganwadi workers are expected to survey all families in the community and identify pregnant, lactating women and preschool children, monitor the growth of children and provide food supplement to the 3 groups for 300 days in a year. So here comes the Anganwadi workers. They will be doing survey of the all family members. They will see how many children are under the age of 6 years as well as pregnant mothers, lactating mothers, so that they will give provide food supplement to these pregnant mothers, lactating mothers and children who are under 6 years of age for 300 days in a year excluding holidays. Okay, so at least 300 days in a year they will be getting supplementary nutrition by means of ICDS project. ICDS guidelines specify the monthly weighing of children should be done if in initial 0 to 24 months, that is up to 2 years. Every month you have to check the weight of the child. Mother and Child Protection Card, MCP card we used to tell, in which the mother antenatal checkups, everything, the mother the growth monitoring of the fetus, the mother's height, weight, antenatal care, everything comes in this card, as well as the child after birth up to 2 years, how the growth of the child, everything you will be seeing. Okay, so whether the child is growing appropriately, whether height for weight, everything is appropriate, immunization has been done or not, that and all you will be checking by means of this MCP card, which was introduced by the National Rural Health Mission. So this National Rural Health Mission and ICDS from 1st April 2010 they are acting together. Okay, so Jaccha Bacha card, that is the new MCP card, is increasingly viewed as a critical tool for upkeeping maternal and child health in the updated coverage of both ICDS scheme as well as National Rural Health Mission. So this MCP card is now playing a vital role in monitoring the mother's health status during pregnancy and in the postnatal period, as well as the child's health status in the womb as well as after birth. So this is with regard to the MCP card. A detailed explanation I will be posting in my forthcoming videos. So just have a look into this card. So mother as well as child development they have given in this MCP card. Next is midday meal program. The midday meal program is also known as school lunch program. This program has been in operation since 1961 throughout the country. So, in formulating midday meals for school children, the following broad principles should be kept in mind. So the meal should be a supplement and not a substitute to the home diet. So the child should take the home diet also. Along with that home diet, they have to take this supplemented diet. So it should be acting as a supplement and not a substitute to the home diet. The meal should supply at least 1/3 of the total energy requirement and half of the protein requirement. 1/3 of the total energy requirement as well as half of the protein requirement should be covered in this supplementary feeding program, that is a midday meal program. So cost of the milk should be reasonably low. Okay, so the cost should be reasonably low, but it should contain the adequate calories as well as proteins. Meal should be such that it can be prepared easily in school. So midday meal program, that is school lunch program and all, they will not cook somewhere and they will cook in the school itself. Okay, should be easily prepared in school. No complicated cooking process should be involved. As far as possible, locally available food should be used. This will reduce the cost of the meal. Locally, so in school also some kitchen gardens and all they will be taking. So locally available foods you have to utilize for the preparation of meals. Okay, for the preparation of curries like that and all. So meals should be frequently changed to avoid monotony. Suppose if you think daily you are going to give dal, what will happen? The child will get bored. So you should have some amount of variety. So you should change the meal schedule as well as and the variety of dishes what you are going to inculcate, that should be, the menu should be changed frequently to avoid monotony. Objectives of the school feeding program. So what are the objectives of this feeding program? Provide food for undernourished children and to improve the nutritional status and monitor it. Suppose if the child is undernourished, so you are giving the supplementary feeding and you are monitoring the growth and development of the child. Increase school enrollment and attendance of children. School enrollment, at least many they are not able to get the food, so at least the parents are sending the children at least one time they are getting the meal from the school, so thereby their education also will be increased. Suppose at least for food, they will have regular attendance to the school and they will be joining in the school, so that they will be getting education. Then reorient good eating habits. So reorient good eating habits, incorporate nutrition education into curriculum. What is the importance of nutrition in curricula? Because food is the best medicine. You can avoid many diseases by taking a right balanced diet. Improve literacy and educational performances of peoples. So automatically, because of lunch program, the children are getting education also, so the literacy rate, if it is going to get increased, again the country is going to get benefited. Encourage the use of local commodities, that is whatever is available in the locally, the vegetables, the ingredients for preparing food, everything, the local thing has to be utilized. Encourage community participation in the feeding program. So unless and until a program has been formulated, but unless and until the community is involved in that program, only it will become successful. See, school is there, midday meal program is there, but if the parents are not sending the children to the school, again it is going to be utter waste, the program. So the parents or also the community people also should be motivated in participating in the feeding program. The midday meal program for school children comes under the Ministry of Human Development. So the Ministry of Human Development is taking care of this midday meal program or school lunch program. The government of India pays 40% of the expenditure, that is the central government pays 40% of the expenditure, rest of the 60% is borne by the state government. It covers all children up to the age group of 15 years. So up to the age group of 15 years it covers all the children. So the midday meal program was introduced in a large scale in 1960 by K. Kamarajar, the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. But the first major thrust came in 1st July 1982 when the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, that is Dr. M.G. Ramachandran, MGR, decided to implement the scheme for all children in government schools as well as in primary schools. So in this program, students from classes 1 to 5 in corporation, government and government aided schools are given free midday meal for 200 days in a year. So for 200 days excluding the holidays, you will be getting free midday meal program, that is up to from classes 1 to 5 in corporation schools, government schools and government aided schools. So this was taken place in Tamil Nadu initially. Under this program, the government of India provides 100 grams of rice, 15 grams of dal and 1 gram of oil and 20 pies worth of vegetable per individual. So that time under this program, the government of India provides what? 100 grams of rice, 15 grams of dal, 1 gram of oil and 20 pies worth of vegetables per individual. The meals given are based on combination of cereals, pulses and leafy vegetables. Eggs are given thrice a week. Such a diet would increase the amount of vitamins and minerals and results in weight gain and clearance of deficiency diseases symptoms. What do children eat today in their midday meal program? Up to 5th standard, 100 grams of rice per day. Up to 10th standard, that is from 6th standard to 10th standard, 150 grams of rice per child per day. Then egg on all working days. Banana alternative for vegetarians who are not going to take egg. First and third week of month, pulao made of black Bengal gram given for protein. Second and fourth week, green gram sundal. Fridays, chili fried potato for carbohydrates. Next, use of double fortified salt. Sweet pongal is served on occasions. Midday meal program has resulted in the following, that is reduction in severe malnutrition in children. So now the many children are getting benefited, so that undernutrition is going to get resolved. Increased enrollment rate at primary level, that is at school level, primary education enrollment, many are joining to school because of this lunch program. Then reduction in dropout rate at school level. So continuity is there, because at least for getting a meal they are coming regularly to school, so there is no school dropouts. Then developed alternativeness in them, and thereby improve their power of comprehension, understanding ability. They are interested to participate in various educational activities, and thereby it improves their performance in examinations in studies. Decrease the incidence of various diseases and physical disorders caused by starvation or intake of less nutritious food, like vitamin deficiency diseases as well as protein energy malnutrition and all. The incidence has been decreased because of this program. Enable parents to attend to their routine bread earning task. So the parents can do their earning, the children can study. Okay. The gender differences in feeding the children is reduced at home, because when you are coming to school, all are going to get equal. There is no gender inequalities that male should be feeded well, female should be given less, like that and all. A favorable attitude in parents in educating their children, specifically female children. Because of this lunch program, many female children are also coming to school for studying. Hope this video is clear for you all. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel. In my part 2 video, I will be discussing with the rest topics whatever has to be covered. Keep supporting to Science Easy Tech channel. My previous videos link I have given in end card, suggested iCards and description box, as well as you can watch our channel playlist BSc Nursing Nutrition for more videos. Thank you friends.